say transformative.
So I was like, oh, all right.
I think like driven.
Throughout my years of lifting, I've just become a different person, and it's kind of shaped me into who I am now through being consistent in it. So it really has transformed me as a person and just how I live now throughout my life. Yeah.
Nice.
Because it drives me to like be the best version of myself, and like drives me to be better than who I was like yesterday. And like you need a lot of like drive to have motivation and like discipline to like go every day, and I think that the abilities to like keep going is a very driven thing.
I think I had been lifting like inconsistently, just like hitting like video ab workouts at home like for a really long time before I started playing lacrosse in high school, and then we would do weight training like in the gym 2 times a week, and then but I still wasn't very consistent. And then I kind of just decided like one time, like right before COVID hit, I was like, I just want to like do this and not stop. And then I just like never stopped. I have like a home gym in my basement at home, so I would start with just doing that, and then I got a gym membership shortly after, and yeah, just never stopped.
Well, I used to go to the gym with my dad like when I was in like middle school and like beginning of high school, but I stopped for a while because bad relationships, you know, sometimes you just like fuck up your entire life. But after I was out of a pretty bad relationship, I started doing the little workouts in my room, obviously during COVID, because what else were people doing during COVID? I literally just like did ab exercises and nothing else. But I think it just reignited my passion of like doing that, especially because I used to do it with my dad. So I think it was just built up until finally like I was able to come to college and like make my own food and like have my own goals, and like I didn't have any other outside things to deal with. Like I used to do a lot of like I played cello in high school and in middle school and in elementary school, so it's like I kind of took that passion and like put it towards something new that like had no competitions really, because I haven't like competed or anything. It was just like fully for myself, which was all fitness.
I'd say yeah, definitely. Like when I went to my first like commercial public gym, yeah. At least in the gym that I went to, there were a lot of old men. So it was a little intimidating, I guess, just a little bit, but I would often go with my best friend at the time and like didn't really feel intimidated because I had also been lifting at home for a while, so I kind of knew what I was doing in a way, and I knew that like nobody is looking at you, you know. I was like, whatever, like these people are screaming and doing this and like nobody cares. It's like I can do my whatever, like I'm in my own little corner wherever I want to go. Yeah, lots of old men making.
I think for the first 2 years, it was very, like, I had a very different training style than, for all my years of college, I've had a very different training style. In the beginning, I was very much, like, centered towards, like, building a very specific part of my body, like my glutes, or just, like, things that, like, I think generally women should be, like, building.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've made so many friends in the gym. Like, that's where all of my friends come from, honestly. Everybody's so nice.
But then once you start like really working towards like the exact body that you want, I think that's where my goals changed, and it became a much more like inclusive community, because you think that like you should be training a certain way, but then when you start training for yourself, like it kind of translates into like your communication with other people, and that's when I like became best friends with some of the people here. So it's like it's a very, very inclusive community when you find the right people, because like those people have the exact same goals as you, so it's like you already have those similarities, and those similarities translate to just like higher motivation. So I think it's a very inclusive community when you find the right people.
Working for my pro card. Yeah, so in the off season right now, I qualified for nationals for the rest of 2025, but I don't think I'm going to compete for this year just because I feel like my physique isn't quite there yet to win a national show. So off season weight goal is 160, pretty lean 160, and yeah, so probably compete in like another 2 to 3 years, just requalify for nationals, and then yeah, the pro card. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not competing this year. I don't know about next year. We'll see. I have something, I know. At one point I want to be competing. It'll happen eventually. But I have an idea of like who I want as a coach. So it's like exciting. This man, his name is Taylor Moore. He was my friend's bodybuilding coach, and you know, he has helped so many people in so many ways. Very inspiring person. And he's very aligned with my goals. Like he's very clean eating, whole foods eater. Like he doesn't like really take your bullshit. Like he wants you to just like do the best you can. And he was a guest speaker actually like at Purdue, like for the bodybuilding club last semester. So he talked all about how he makes plans for people, and he was so open about it, which was so nice because I feel like, you know, this is what people like pay to,
like,
you know. Yeah, they gatekeep and they're like, oh, you gotta like pay me for that. But he was so open about it, and I even got some people in the club to like have him as their coach, which is like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
So, you know, talk about like an inclusive community. Like everyone just like tries to help out everybody, and the people that like want to gatekeep, like that's just like kind of rude. But it's just like, I forgot what the original question was. Oh, my goals, my specific goal. Okay, so it's either like competing in whenever, but right now I'm just like trying to like just be as strong as I could be, but like at the same time like being athletic at the same time. I have pretty like exciting things coming up this summer where I have to like be pretty like strong. I can't really talk about it, but like all I know is that like I am just trying to put my body in like the best shape that it can be without doing like a marathon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just like keeping steady.
Yeah, that's an interesting perspective. I was just thinking like in the gym.
Yeah.
I definitely don't feel like I need to conform to any beauty standards in the gym. I'm just there to work out, you know, and like I do like to like feel good about myself sometimes, but over time, and especially just like throughout prep, I was kind of just like really trying to focus on loving the sport and loving just working and only that. And so I really like didn't even care to see myself and what I looked like or feel good about myself. It was just like baggy clothes, just like love the work, get it done, and like be happy that I did it. So yeah, I haven't for a while felt like I need to conform in any way to beauty standards. But then I guess in competing, I also still didn't do for sure, but I mean, I guess I definitely gave in to pressure of stepping on stage. I could choose to not wear makeup, you know. I mean, it's a choice. Yeah, or like have a fully blinged out bikini. Like I could have worn a bikini that I got from Target years ago, you know. Like if it fits the criteria of like what you need to wear, I could just show up and do that. And, you know, I mean, tan is, I guess I can show up without a tan either, but yes, no, I mean, but those are all kind of just expectations that I knew would make my physique look better and make me feel better too. So I mean, I think beauty definitely shines more when you feel confident, and all of those tan, sparkly suit, makeup, hair done will help that and help you like display that. So in a way, I guess I did conform to the standards in competing, but it was a choice and I wanted to.
It's kind of like what I was touching on before. I think I used to, when like I wasn't training genuinely for myself, I think I had to like conform to a specific beauty standard. Like everyone kind of, especially like online, I think a lot of people like very much center like women with like training legs. And then like once you start training upper body more, it's like then people have opinions about it. It's like it's either you're being complimented or you get your opinion shoved like in your face. Yeah, it's really interesting, like when you go like away from people's normals, like what they'll do and what they'll say. But I just think it's even more of a reason to like push your own motivations, because like without your own, like you genuinely don't have anything. Like doing what other people say, you're not really doing what the gym really is supposed to be doing, like for yourself. And I swear, like once you find the training routine that like works for you and doesn't work for anybody else, like we're all biologically different. I always say like we all have different fingerprints, like not one split is going to be the same as anybody else's. So it's like, why would you like listen to what people say as social norms when like you should be listening to your own normal? So I used to feel pressured by that, but now I don't, and I love it even more. So
I think it definitely does influence women more than men, beauty-wise, for sure, just because evolutionarily speaking, that's kind of just how it's ended up being. So in the gym, of course, you're gonna see it infiltrate in the gym space, but men are also very like big, strong. You know? So like, I've talked to some, yeah, like there's crazy expectations for men too in the gym, like just on a different font in a way, you know, like I've talked to some guy friends at the gym and they're just like, no, we're always sizing each other up, we're always like trying to one up each other on this, and I've definitely seen it too, like benching, like I swear every time I look over at the benches, like one guy's like looking at the other guy repping 225 and he feels like shit about himself. He throws on like a 5 on his 225 or something, you know, or something like that, always happening. So I think that's really interesting to think about. Yeah, but I can see how if you're just with how like evolutionarily speaking, again, just with how primal we are, just by habit, like right, you know, like if you want to get attention from a man in a gym, like you're gonna want to look better than everyone else, and just because of how that's like gone throughout the world, it's like maybe you would try to like curly hair, do your makeup.
What makes it really interesting is that I feel like there are some internal battles that like people do talk about but also don't talk about. I can't really put like a clear line between whether or not women or men like experience the same, because it could be the same, but there's just like more men like who generally work out and like lift. So it's like there could be a like more amount of men, but like also like the same ratio as like women. Obviously, like, you know, it's hard to like really place that when there's like an uneven distribution like of gender in the gym, but at the same time, like I think it's important just like generally to make people comfortable, even like if you're in like the smaller ratio of like the women that do it. I think it's like even more because it's like you don't have as many people to relate to, which is upsetting, but at the same time, like it's important, like especially for women to like come together because we are like that smaller minority, but also at the same time, like men like who don't express those emotions and like don't express like how hard it is maybe to like look around and see other people that like are further ahead in their journey than other people. That's why it's important to just like be there for yourself, but also like be strong within your community and like talk to your friends and like communicate, because like once you do, I swear like the gym community can be the most like supporting community out there. So
probably like a weird interaction with a man for sure. Like one time oh my god, I was working out with my friend and a guy came up and like we were acquaintances, it was fine, whatever, but he like told my friend like by the way, your butt looks great. And I was like, don't say that. He was like, by the way, your butt's looking great. Like, keep it up or whatever. And I was like, that's insane. That's like, he's like twice her age.
Oh, he's from.
Hardly. Yeah. And I'm like, you're like, that's like flirting. Like,
Yeah.
or not even. I
That's
mean, it's
like,
worse than that. It's like hitting on somebody's part.
Solicited,
Yeah.
like, comments.
Yeah. She didn't know what to say. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I've definitely been very like uncomfortable sometimes, like in the gym. There's been times where like people don't leave me alone, people like follow me around, like you clearly people are like watching you very specifically, especially like, you know, I do social media, so it's like I get, if it's not in the gym, it's online, like the amount of people that like kind of don't really see like what I'm trying to represent. My overarching goal is to just prove that like women can be strong, and that like it, that we can do it too, that like it's not easy, but it's easy to be there for yourself, and like projecting that and like showing off like development and like the transformation over the years is something that I like to push. But obviously when people see that, it's not the direct message, they just see exactly. It's very icky, because that's like obviously the first thing that people see, and like maybe the people that are actually like in the actual community understand like this person is strong, this person's driven, like I see what they're doing, or like women will see that because, you know, that's what they project. Yeah, 100%. Like it's so nice to feel that you're confident, but at the same time, like it's not. There's a difference between being confident and being sexualized. And like you're not sexualizing yourself. There's just might be like a weird fine line between like being confident in yourself and like feeling like sexy, you know.
No, yes and no. I guess like also weird interactions I've had with men just like throughout lifting. It's definitely made me more aware of that it's there, and made me, you know, when I make eye contact with a 70-year-old man, I'm more likely to think like, oh, they've been looking at me, you know, rather than like maybe they're just looking around too. Availability heuristic, you know, you're just like more likely to think that thing is happening because it's happened to you more than once, and it's like more available in your brain. Yeah, so I think kind of, yeah,
A little bit.
yeah. I think challenges, like, yes, but I can see it happening, I guess, sometimes, of like men not wanting to let a girl work in with them or whatever, like, you know, but I feel like I've never had a personal experience where like that's happened to me. I don't know, maybe it has. But I don't know, I kind of just treat everyone like just a person, you know, and like you have every right to be on this machine that I do, and like treat each other.
A 100%. I'm gonna be fully honest. I think like the fact that we have like a menstrual cycle is something that like people talk about, but it's not really that like it's not that like pinpointed like as a talking point, mostly because once again like it is not, we are more of the minority. But lifting, like with that, you kind of have to eat a certain way around it. You have to really work your way around it, like energy wise, and you know, when people like people think they gain like 20 pounds in a week, but it literally just could be like their cycle. And I'll always say that, even though I physically know what my time of month is. Like every single month it happens. But at the same time, like I will still like just bash myself. I'll feel like garbage. I won't want to go to the gym. Like I'll still go, but I'll have a bad workout, and I'll put myself down for things that are just naturally occurring in my body. And I definitely think it's a struggle, because even now, like after 4 years, it still doesn't like ingrain in my brain that like I just could be like looking different because I'm naturally going through something that's healthy for my body. So that I think that is definitely one of the biggest things that we go through, that if you're not, you just don't get it.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess like pushing the standard, you know, because gym has been promoting the gym.
Gym is great.
Like, oh man. Like the gym has primarily been a space for men, and so I mean more women are in it now, like more than ever. But I do enjoy being a woman in a space that is usually predominantly male focused, because it's just showing to other women that you can be there too. You can be bigger than these guys too, you know, like yeah, there's something just like empowering about it. Yeah.
My favorite aspect about being a woman in the fitness space, I think that it's very important, especially now, to show that like we are a very strong gender. We can really do so much and exceed expectations. Like seeing like a man with muscles is like okay. Seeing a woman with muscles is like hell yeah. Like this person like went against what these social standards are supposed to be, and she is motivated, like she's strong. And obviously I'm not a man, so I can't speak for the male population, but when I see like a woman that's strong and like has like huge arms and goes across all social norms and just like shows up for herself every single day, like that is a woman. And I love it so much. I love the community, and I think that like nothing is more strong than seeing like a woman in the gym. So, genuinely, like just being there for herself every single day and doing what she needs to do, like eating, all of that. There's so much that goes into it, and you know, I love them. That's great. We love it. Just representing strength in general is awesome. So.